In the last video, we talked a little bit about the neuroscience aspects of the developmental process, and more specifically about the dopamine fix and how leaders need to stay away from that for the most part. Here I want to kind of dovetail into another aspect of neuroscience that can happen in a rapidly changing environment, whether it's an aviation flight crew or whether it's a leadership team or a team trying to accomplish something within an organization in a changing environment. And it deals with the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that gets involved when it's sort of fight or flight. When things really get kind of crazy there, and you got to pick one or the other. I was recently involved in a program that is associated with the European Aviation Authorities, EASA. And in this, they listed out two key aspects that can kick the amygdala into action or into releasing these chemicals to make certain things happen like this. And I want to just throw them out there because both of them are very applicable to leading teams in a changing environment. The first one is the aspect of startle. When your brain and you are startled, the amygdala can kick in. Startle, it was defined as an intense, sudden stimulus. Startle could be, whoa, what was that? What was that? You're startled. Something happened that was loud, it caught your attention, but maybe the last thing in the world you expected. It could be a loud bang, it could be a clap, it could be a shudder, it could be almost anything, but it's something that was an intense, sudden stimulus. That's one thing that will kick the amygdala into that, that mindset. The second thing was that of simply surprise. And surprise, very simply, was defined as any time expectation does not equate to reality. And you see this a lot of times in training or developing or leading teams in any other area. People have a tendency to draw this picture about what reality is. What if it's not? What if you based if that which you based all your assumptions on is not reality for today? Can you shift? Can you excel? Can you be successful? Even though the events, the reality of what's going on right now is a little different than what you expected. Can you shift that quick? Can you adapt and be successful? I will point out that this research showed that the surprise aspect is the #1 problem in aviation. And it's interesting that so often instructors do not train the pilots to be ready for surprises, things they couldn't have predicted, when their expectations do not equal reality. But guess what? Leading a team in a changing environment, same thing. You can be surprised because just because you predicted something doesn't mean that that will happen. Doesn't mean that that you thought about every factor, every situation that could have evolved in this initiative. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to prepare your team for that? How are you going to prepare your team to be successful in handling those situations? So I just simply want to leave with you in this short video today this aspect of neuroscience and the amygdala and how that connects in, reminding you that startle and surprise are two of the aspects that can kick it into functioning. And surprise is the #1 problem in aviation, and nine times out of 10 is a #1 issue within a rapidly changing environment. How are you going to lead your teams? How are you going to prepare your teams to be ready when your expectations don't meet reality, when reality is a little bit different at the point of attack? Look around your organization. How do you see aspects of startle or surprise kind of playing out? And what needs to be done differently to be successful? I leave that with you for this week.